Hi, I'm Ms. Raquel from the Center for Puerto Rican Studies Cultural Ambassador Program. I'm an author and I write books for children. Today, I'm going to share a special book with you, A Surprise for Teresita. The book is written by Virginia Sanchez Coro. The illustrator is Carolyn D. Flores, and the book is published by Arte Público Press. So this story is about a little girl on her birthday, and she's waiting for a surprise. She's going to receive a surprise from her tío Ramon. And tío is Spanish for the word uncle. So she spends all day waiting and wondering. And finally, at the end of the story, there's a box, and inside the box, there's a surprise. So this is what the box looks like. And I want you all to just use your imagination to figure out what might be in that box. And also what you might want for your next birthday surprise. So let's shake out the wiggles, sit crisscross applesauce, put on our listening ears as I read to you A Surprise for Teresita. That morning, when Teresita opened her eyes, she knew it was a very special day. Today, Tío Ramon would bring her a birthday present. Teresita was 7 years old. She was a big girl now. She dressed herself and went into the kitchen where Mama was preparing her breakfast. Mama, asked Teresita, is it time for Tío Ramon to come to our block? No, hija, answered Mama. Tío Ramon has to take his snow cone cart to the other blocks before he comes to ours. Teresita sat down to a bowl of cornflakes. As she drank orange juice, she thought of her uncle's snow cone cart. It always made her happy when he came to her block. All her friends would run to him to buy snow cones. He always made Teresita a special one. Today, it was not the sweet ice she thought about. She wondered instead what her surprise would be. When she finished breakfast, Teresita put her dishes in the sink and went to the fire escape window. Mama was watering her plants in the bright sunshine. Mama, did Tío Ramon say what the surprise would be? Mama turned and smiled. I'm sure that whatever it is, it will be a fine gift for such a grown-up girl. And since you are such a big girl, you can help me water the plants. Teresita watered the plants with a blue watering can. From the fire escape, she could see all the activity on the street. But she did not see Tío Ramon and his snow cone cart. Later that morning, Teresita sat on the front stoop of her building. She waited for her uncle, but he did not come. She decided to jump rope with her friends. Close by, older girls jumped double dutch to all the letters in the alphabet. Teresita could not jump as well, so she played high water, low water. Each time the rope was held higher and higher, she jumped over it. After the game, Teresita looked up and down the street. It seemed everyone was doing something. Mothers held young children by the hand and visited the corner bodega to buy food for the evening meal. Boys and girls rode bikes or played stickball. Grown-ups sat in their windows, elbows resting on bed pillows, enjoying the sights and sounds of the neighborhood. Still, there was no sight or sound of her uncle. Teresita wondered if she could have missed him. Red light, green light, 1, 2, 3, shouted Teresita, leading her friends in the game. As they played, she listened for her uncle, but all she heard was the radio playing in apartments and storefronts. Mothers yelled to their children from open windows. Teresita did not hear Tío Ramon calling out, "Snow cones, cold snow cones." Teresita was disappointed. She sat on her front stoop and no longer felt like playing. Soon, Mama would call her for lunch and maybe Tío Ramón would come in the afternoon. Far up the street, she could see water spraying from an open fire hydrant and children playing in the showers. Suddenly, as if it were coming from the giant spray of water, she heard, "Snow cones, cold snow cones." She could see the green and white umbrella of Tío Ramón's cart. Teresita wanted to run to him, but she knew Mama trusted her to stay in front of the building. Slowly, Tío Ramón inched his way towards Teresita. It seemed to take forever, but finally he arrived. "Good morning, Teresita," said Tío Ramón. "Would you like a snow cone today?" Teresita looked at the cart, but all she saw was a large cube of ice and many bottles filled with different colored syrups. Where was her surprise? As children gathered around the wagon to buy their snow cones, Tío Ramón scraped the ice and molded it into cone-shaped cups. Then he poured syrup over them. After the children left, Teresita looked at the cart again, but still all she saw was the large cube of ice and the bottles filled with colorful syrup. Where was her surprise? Tío Ramón motioned to Teresita. "Come closer, child," he said. He opened a small door on the side of the wagon where he kept extra bottles of syrup. He took out a brown shoebox that had several holes on each side. Tío Ramón handed the box to Teresita. She couldn't imagine what it could be, but she did hear tiny scraping sounds inside. She lifted the lid and gasped, "A kitten!" From inside the box, Teresita lifted the softest, tiniest black kitten that she had ever seen. He had a small red tongue shaped like a heart. Around his neck, the kitten wore a card tied to a green and white ribbon that said, "To Teresita." "Oh, thank you, Tío Ramón. I will name him Piragua." Teresita put down the box just long enough to give her uncle a great big hug. And when Mama leaned out the window to call Teresita for lunch, she also called Piragua. Teresita and her friends laughed, knowing Mama did not mean the sweet, icy cold ones that Tío Ramón made. It was so much fun to read this special story with you. To learn how to become a Cultural Ambassador Junior, have an adult help you go to centropr.hunter.cuny.edu and click the link for the Cultural Ambassador Program. And remember, keep reading.